Hello, and welcome to the Non-Bartender's Guide to Bartending. My name's Brett, and I'm not a bartender. Well, I live in Oakland, and in downtown Oakland, there's a great little bar on 19th Street called Bar 355. It's kind of my drink-alone bar. I like to go and be alone with my thoughts and have a cocktail and just kind of hang out for a little bit. It's a great little throwback bar, not very big, there are no TVs, but there's great music and there's great cocktails. So one time I was in there and I was looking for something new to drink, and I looked on the menu and I saw a Sazerac. And I thought, why not? Let's try a Sazerac. It was fantastic. I absolutely fell in love with it. I think you are too. And we're gonna make a Sazerac today. So here we go. Let's get started. First thing you're gonna need is absinthe. Yeah, that's right, the Green Fairy. And I know you're thinking, hey, that's the stuff that Vincent van Gogh was drinking when he cut off his ear. Don't worry about it. Back then, they used to make it with wormwood. I don't know what wormwood is, but it made you go crazy and it made you cut off your ear. We don't make it with wormwood anymore, so don't worry, you're not gonna go crazy, at least not because of the absinthe. So I got mine at St. George Distillery in Alameda. I think you'll really like it. Pick some up and get ready to go. Secondly, we're gonna need a little whiskey, obviously. I'm gonna use Woodford Reserve. We need some simple syrup, and we need Peychaud's bitters. These are different than Angostura bitters, and they're a key ingredient to the Sazerac. They were designed specifically to make a Sazerac. So pick up some Peychaud's bitters. And then lastly, we're gonna use a lemon for a little lemon peel for a twist. And that's it. So let's get going. We're gonna take our rocks glass here, and the first thing we're gonna do is measure out a little bit of our absinthe, about a half a teaspoon. Now, if you can measure out a half a teaspoon and eyeball it, good for you. I'm not very good at that. So here we go. We're just gonna coat the inside of the glass with that about half a teaspoon of absinthe. And we just kind of wanna twirl that around there like that. And you'll see it, it kind of sticks to the inside of the glass there. This is the only real tricky part to making a Sazerac. Great, we got it. We're gonna set that glass aside. We don't need that right now. I am gonna take my mixing glass, and I've got a little strainer here. If you wanna use your shaker, you can certainly do that. That's fine. We do need to strain the ice out at some point. So I'm gonna put a little ice in here, and then we're gonna start with our whiskey. We're gonna use about 2 ounces. Let's pour that in there. Give it a little extra dash there. There's our whiskey. We're gonna use about a half an ounce of our simple syrup. Anywhere from 1/4 ounce to half an ounce is fine. Put that in there. And lastly, our Peychaud's bitters. We're gonna do a couple of shakes of that. Again, like I said, kind of a key ingredient. And then we're just gonna stir it. Mix everything together, cool everything off a little. Put our strainer on top, and in it goes right with our absinthe. All right, we'll get ourselves a nice big block of ice. I think in New Orleans they use crushed ice. I don't have crushed ice, so we're gonna use a big block. You do whatever you want. There's no judgment here. Lastly, we're gonna take our lemon. I've got a little peeler here, and I'm just gonna peel off a nice little piece of the skin. Give it a little twist, and in it goes. There you go. You've just made your first Sazerac. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. Before you have a sip of that though, I want you to go and get an album that I think is gonna pair really, really nicely with this. I happen to have it on vinyl. It's Led Zeppelin's In Through the Outdoor. It's gonna go really, really well with this Sazerac. Robert Plant's voice and of course Jimmy Page's guitar, some of my favorite things to listen to in the world. So this album is kind of a different one, but it is fantastic and it's gonna go really, really well with our drink. So this has been the Non-Bartender's Guide to Bartending. My name's Brett, and I'm not a bartender.